Hello everybody, I'm going to look at some multiplication now for our day 2. And in the past we've used something called arrays. Okay, when we use an array we use rows of them, just like this. So how many rows in each row, how many rows altogether, what number sentence could we write?
What did you decide about this array? There are 3 rows. How many rows are 5? How can you write that as a number in each row?
So here we've got 3 lots of 5, so it's 15. They've done 3 rows of 5. 1, 2, 3. We could write it the other way as 5 lots of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How many lots of 5?
So exactly what we've done in class previously, and it links to our number families.
See that on the beaded line.
So here they're doing it on a number line. They've done 3 lots of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now throughout this you'll see the use a number line to do it. If you don't like that, don't do it. Use the arrays. Whatever you're happiest with. If you're happy counting up in your 5s, 5, 10, 15 on your fingers, do that. There's no point in doing something that confuses you. We're just trying to show you different ways to do it. So if an array helps you, if you don't know it, use an array. If a number line helps you to count 5 and know what you end up at 15, use a number line. If you can count up in your 5s, count up in your 5s. Okay, but it's our job really to show you all of these different ways, and then you might be able to use the one that suits you the best. Okay. So here the array is changed. What would this array be? Well, we've got 1, 2, 3. So it's rows of something by 3. And how many of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lots of 3. Well, I know 5 lots of 3. Lots of means multiply or times. 5 lots of 3. Do I know my 3 times table? No, so I'm going to count them. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Well, it's 15.
So it's the same array.
You can try it around the other way and say it's 3 lots of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And I've just remembered, I don't know my 3 times table as well, but I could really good at my 5 times. So I could do 5, 10, 15. Of course I knew it really. 3 lots of 5 is 15.
How many 3s in 15?
And we know 3 times 5 is the same. So it's 5 times 3. We can swap them around. Is the same as 3 times 5, and the answer is the same. So when it comes to something like this, look at both numbers, and we can always do this with a times, and we can swap the numbers around with an add as well to make it easier for us. So if you don't know 3 times table as well as your 5, swap them around and do 3 lots of 5 is 15. Okay, this is just what we call a visual representation. Just makes it so we can see and perhaps count them if we're a bit unsure.
Let's show 5 lots of 3 on the beaded line.
Here they're showing us on the number line the 2 different ways to do it. So they're here at the top: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 lots of 5. And we know we can swap that around and do 5 lots of 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So it's just another way to show you. If you find it easier on a number line, use it. If you find it easier on an array, use it. Sometimes I say prove it, because that's always a good way to check it. So if I say, well, if you know that, I understand you know 3 times 5, prove it. Show me an array, show me a number line. And that's just a way to extend your understanding. And this is what we've talked about: 3 times 5, 5 times 3, exactly the same answer. So here we are, I've got another one. So I know this is my 2 times table because it's in 2s. I could look at my halving and doubling here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So something times 2 is 16. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 2 is 16. I could count in my 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Or I could do it on a number line. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16.
How many rows in this array? And how many in each row?
2 rows of 8. 2 times 8 is 16.
2 rows of 8 equals 16 altogether. 2 times 8 equals 16.
So here it's quite like how here we've got an example of another way of 16. But here it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4. We know there's 16 there. We could count them. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. But this one isn't 2 times 8. We're not in rows of 2. We've not got 8 across, but we've got 4 by 4. So our sum
It's a new array.
will be
how
4
many rows? How many in each
times
row?
4 is 16. So the answer is the same, but our array is set out differently because we've got 4 lots of 4. Okay, and that might be a good sum to do it with because in year 2 we don't really look at our 4 times table. We focus on our 2s, 5s, 10s and 3s. Okay, so that's quite a good one where you might need an array to do it.
4 rows of 4 equals 16 altogether. Let's check those 2 on the number 16.
So we're going to do an example from before where they've done our 2 lots of 8. 2 lots of 8 is 16, or 8 times 2 is 16.
2 hops of 8 equals 16.
And equally underneath we can show our jumps of 4, like the array shows. 4 times 4 is 16. 1, 2, 3, 4 lots of 4.
4 hops of 4.
And that's shown on this sum, and this is new to us in year 2. 2 times 8 is the same as 4 times 4. Okay, I always like to put the numbers above it, so I would do my sum 2 times 8 and I would put 16 above, and I would do 4 times 4 and I would put that answer above. I might need to do an array for that one, that's fine, but I like to put the answers above just so I can see what the numbers are, because it might be that in other sums we use a greater than or a less than sign.
2 lots of 8 equals 16.
So here they've shown it as equals because it's equal, they're evenly balanced, and this is on your worksheets for you to work through. Equal sign is like the balance, it's showing that they are the same.
2 times 8 and 4 times 4.
So we might need to do an array. We might not. 6 times 5, well I'm quite comfortable with my 5 times table, but if I was unsure I could do 6 lots of 5 dots. I can't do it here because it doesn't have a pen function, but I'm going to count up in my 5s, and do it with me and count on your fingers. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So above there I would write 30 just so I don't forget. 10 times something is 30, well I can count up in them, can't I? 10, 20, 30, I've got 3 fingers. 10 times 3 is 30. So 6 times 5 is 30, I'd put it above. 10 times 3 is 30, I'd put it above. We could look at that on a scale and we would know what number would make it balance. 10 times 3 is 30, and that would go in there. So use those year 2 to work through the sums on your multiplication day 2. That's what we've talked about on the slides. We've talked about that on the slides. You've got some learning reminders there from the slides we just talked about, and some fun challenges for you to do here. Check the array. If you need an array, use it. If you don't, it's no problem. If you want to challenge yourself and do them both, do them. If you want that strategy using the beaded lines, they're there for you, so you can jump along. And if you prefer not to, that's fine too. Have a go at the hot sheet. 2 times 5, these we don't even need to do that because we know if it's the same numbers, we can just swap them around. And it gets a little bit more interesting when we've got some of the different numbers we may need to think about. Because, for an example, that's 2 times something. Well, there's no 2 there, so we can't just swap those around. Equally on this one, there's a 2, and 4 times 5, we can't just swap the numbers around. But the first one, I think we can. 2 times 5 is same as 5 times 2. That one, easy peasy. We can just swap the numbers around because it's not there. And these are ones you need to think a little bit more about. If you're unsure, use an array. If you're unsure, draw it out, make them. Okay, so that should be good fun for you. Some answers, I'll scoot past those. If you're a little bit stuck, want a bit more help, working in pairs, you could with a brother or a sister or a parent, use counters, pencil and pen, and you can follow the instructions on here about the cakes, making the cakes, and they're using the cakes and putting them in an array. Whether it's cakes or dots, it doesn't matter. Don't feel you have to draw a cake. You could just do dots on there. It's absolutely fine. Investigation, golden numbers. Okay, so they've got a number line on here. Using a pencil, draw along hops of 2 along your number line. And with the resources are above, starting at 0 and finishing on 40. Take a blue pen and draw hops of 3, hops of 4, hops of 5. And they're saying use different colour pens. Look at the golden numbers. So look together and identify numbers which have 3 hops landing on them. So here they've done an example of 12. Circle these numbers in gold. Look at the golden numbers, write them in a line. Can you predict which will be the next golden number? Discuss it and write some suggestions. How could you test it? Look at the numbers where there are 3 hops are grey, blue and green. Write these numbers on a line. Can you predict the next one? And it goes on. Look at the numbers where there are 3 hops of grey, green and red. Can you predict the next one? Find the number where the 3 hops are grey, blue and red. What do you think they would be? Now, take your time doing this from number 0 to 40. There's no rush. By doing it nice and neat will make this task much, much easier. And by following the colours will make it much, much easier. I hope you enjoy it. Should be great fun. Look forward to receiving your answers. Take care.